Hey, everybody. Answering this question for Mike. Am I spending too much money for how much I make? Great question. I'm going to point you to the top left hand corner of this scorecard, your savings rate. That's the first place I go to when someone says, "Do you think I'm spending too much?" I look at their savings rate and I go, well, if they're saving 15% of their gross income and consistently doing that, not like taking it back out of their accounts, but like actually keeping it in, um, then no, you're not spending too much money. 15% is a typical savings rate. It's actually it's what we consider typical. Typical is between 10 and 20%. That's when someone's a good saver. You could probably call it healthy, but sometimes I like to call it typical because it's a little less clear as to whether someone's savings rate is truly healthy or not. So typical means it falls between 10 and 20%. Between 0 and 5%, I'd say that's atypical, atypically low. 5 to 10%, we consider that low. 10 to 20%, I just use that as a broad range to say that's kind of a typical savings rate that's healthy. 20% and up, now that's an elevated savings rate, a high savings rate. 30% of your gross income or more would be an atypically high savings rate. So rather than like obsessing about budgeting and worrying about their money and where you're spending it, and if you're like spending too much on groceries, I like to start by just looking at the savings rate. And based on that, I can quickly say you should not worry about whether you're spending too much right now. Additionally, if you look at the scorecard, a 3.2 total term means you can go for 3.2 years right now on your current spending at age 35. That's also something I would say is typical. Um, what is also a good indicator here to me that you're a saver is that you've got 2.2 years of qualified term. That means you've been really consistent with either your 401ks, your IRAs, or however you're saving money. And I do not think you have anything to worry about. Just keep that savings rate high, and you will not have to worry about whether you're spending too much. Have a good one.